This is Gat Puno Abon again. Everybody, hello, welcome to to my channel. Today, I would like to talk again for the second time, the Larong MORO-MORO, Batalya. Batalya, okay. let me clear, let me clear my throat in here because I'm gonna hit a lot of point that might trigger a lot of bottom out there. But anyway, let's go to the story, okay? Story. Okay, Larong MORO-MORO is actually came, okay? Was brought to, in Manila, Acapulco Galleon by a Mexican friar, introduced to us as named Doce Pares de Francia. All right, Doce Pares de Francia, and that's the whole show. Adapted by the Filipino and then carried over to province, demonstrating. And then at the same time, the Spanish already encouraging us not to practice our hunting, practice anymore because we are now governed by the Spanish. Therefore, they don't need to practice the warrior arts. So the Filipino see this opportunity to hide the Filipino arts in the Larong MORO-MORO. That's where the batalya is being hidden. The batalya that the Doce Pares de Francia is used in Mexico is a lot similarity, but you should see them. There's about 20 of them, 24 of them sometimes, or 12 of them, dancing on the street, turning around, clashing their weapon. The same thing, that's what we do in our MORO-MORO. And they also have ladies that doing it, and we have also our princesses. We're doing it, So I'm a local member of the MORO-MORO, club in Paete. Growing up, my father is, and as well as my brother. My uncle is. My uncle played so many times the main character of the MORO-MORO, the prince, and my dad played the king. I play soldier because I'm just a beginners when I play in MORO-MORO. But anyway, MORO-MORO is like when you are in the show, the things that you would like is like in the Philippine call is balagtasan. It's a very poetic way of delivering addiction or what do you call that? A sentences. Every time they talk, they emulate the beauty of like the what do you call that? Shakespeare's, that in America, it's the same. But in Tagalog, it's more to me because if you are Tagalog, you would love your language, you would like your dialect, and that's what MORO-MORO is. Yeah, but in the show, there's a combat, and that's mock combat is the one they hid the batalyas. Batalya is the mock combat, and started with a single weapon, espada y daga, doble armas, doble weapon. Then you have halberd versus espada, and they have halberd versus doble armas, and then the capa, espada, it means the cape. Most of the prince and soldier, they're using a cape like Three Musketeers, hot like Three Musketeers. So you picture that in your head. That's how the MORO-MORO is, and we use a colorful clothes to represent Christian and represent Muslim. If you're using white and blue, or dark and white, black and white, sometimes maroon and maroon and white, that is all Christian colors. But if you're using dark, loud colors like orange, yellow, purple, not deep, dark purple, really light purple that shine, that's just Muslim, clothing. And, we have headbands in the Muslim, we have turbans in the Muslim, we have so many things that they can use, in, representing Muslim, ethnic. But in Christian, they use hat, they use, or sometimes they don't have nothing, or sometimes they just a band of a colorful blue, red, you know, in the head, just to represent them a soldier or a prince, you know. So, and don't ask me why I always have headband in my head, because I sweat a lot. Nothing to represent Moro-Moro in there, okay? I just to catch my sweat. If I got sweat on my eyes, you know, sweat is consists of water and salt from your body, disposing it, so it goes to your eyes. Then I cannot see. So, I would like to demonstrate, you know, the show, you know, the one batalya, and I demonstrate them before, but I'm gonna demonstrate in slow motion, number one only, so you guys have an idea, okay? Oh well, I give you guys 1, 2, 3, you know, just to get you guys going. But anyway, this is it right here. Of course, you're walking around. You came up from here, and then you have, we call ditso. You know, there's a director telling you what to do, or telling you the things, and he's telling it about, tayo na ay maglaban para itong espada ay iyong matikman. Yan. So that's kind of thing like that, you know, in the show. Every imposition of the word is like there's a accent, you know, where you want to project your point, and that's what it is right there. So then they start doing the pamamaltasya. You know, they start dancing. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, and then when they go to the battle, as soon as they center, that's the things right here. It's the first one here, and then watch, because you know I'm gonna be doing the old way. It means I'm gonna jump in the air, and I come up from this side, come back from this side, and here we go. Boom. Here, come back in. Here. Boom. Boom. Here. So after that, there's some music, glancing those sword and everything else, come back, and then swords, the music stop, and you guys separate and start talking again. Yeah? Then you do number 2. See, the soldier, back then, they teach them 1 to 3, because that is a mirror image strike. And then as you go up to the level of proficiency, they give you 1 to 5. The beginners of block, you know. And then after that, they give you more. Concentrating on a block, they give you 7 and 8. You know, because that's another block. Covering, all of those covering. And then when you become higher and higher, then you become, they give you 9 and 10, which is using different footwork now. You know, and that's what the imposition of this. So, and sometimes they don't bridge right away. Sometimes they do 1, they step back, 2, they step back, and then 3, they step back, and then they bridge. Or if you have multiple fighter on the floor, 1 is doing number 1, 2 is doing number 2, and 3 is doing number 3. Or vice versa. 1 is doing number 3, 2 is doing number 1, and 3 is doing number 2. So that's kind of thing. So when you see them on the show, they're all totally doing different things. So you cannot even say that it's a pre-arranged, because the show is so much totally different. You know, one will hump, the other one is still on the floor, and as soon as you drum, the other one will hump, and it's on the floor. So, but it's nice to see the synchronized pattern. They like to see also when you are doing the whole pamamaltasya, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Some of them is fast. Some of them is just cool, relax, pulling out, you know, pull. Sometimes they just pick right here, on your way, simplified, like almost Tai Chi, you know, move in. So that's kind of thing in Moro-Moro. You learn how to become fast, and you learn how to become slow, and you learn how to become mild, you know. You're right there. So this is number 1. If I do it slow, here we go, and you go in, and here's the strike, here's the block, here's the slip, and here we go in. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we go, and this is the here, and that's a lip right here. There's the lip. Come back in here. Boom. Now, come back from his number 2 is here. Here's the strike. Boom. You see? And then here we go, hit. Hit. And that's commitment. Again, 2. Yeah, here's the lip. Boom. And 3 is going to be on the legs. Here we go. Here we go again. Lip. So, over and over, you're just doing all of those beautiful moves and you're learning how to become a good player of Moro-Moro. And then later on, they emphasize teaching you the proper use of footwork to be away from your opponent perfectly. And position of blade, so you don't hit the blade, you know, bank to his blade. The position of block and the position of this hand that is not going to be on the way. There's so many ways in Moro-Moro, and I like to really ponder the information. And hopefully, if I got a hub partner, you will see the hype when you are training 1 and 2 people, or doing sparring, or doing the show, 2 against 1, 2 against 3. You ever wonder doing it 10 all together, doing the same thing? You know, to the passion of, they call this carousel, that they're going around. I'll bid you that, to make sure that you guys enjoy watching my YouTube channel. Anyway, I don't want to further give you you know, information, because I don't want to spoil your day of Moro-Moro. But there's so much in Moro-Moro. It really teach you a lot of basic, then a lot of advanced. And position of strike, you know, relosteros, you know, you have doble armas, you know, long stick against single stick, or long weapon against single sword. Doble, you know, espada against single sword. It's nice to watch, you know. Then they have all of this brukil, which is we don't call it brukil at the time, you know, espada at kalasag, which is the shield and dagger. And then the small brukil, the small brukil, the buckler. We don't call it brukil at the time. We call brukil is the wooden thing. I don't know. I lived that part. The only reason why I found out that brukil is the buckler is because of Tim Rivera, my student. He said, Guru, brukil means buckler. And I searched it. And it's true. So, and at this age, at this time, on my experience in the Filipino martial art, I'm still learning. So don't cut me or don't tell me, you know, that I'm not learning anymore. I'm too full of myself. Well, I am, but I'm still have always room for growth. Yeah, so that's what I emphasize to my student. Never spoil your day to learn something. Okay? If you like what you see and you want more of this Moro-Moro, subscribe and share this to everybody, to your friend. This is the true Filipino martial art hid on the show. Abat Leon sa gubat. Bye. Gat Puno Abon.